points. He gave me 10 plus points. I call my buddy Wayne is retired FBI, works for the company. He's like, yeah, the whole thing doesn't make sense. I talked to my buddy Sam, who's 11 years cop, and he used to work for Goldman Sachs, a finance guy. He's like, yeah, this fucking thing doesn't make sense. Like, everyone I talk to, like, they're missing so many things. And here's the other part. I got my buddy Chad on the phone. He looks at the wallets. Okay, he works at the wallets. My office right now. But listen, I got two people in my office right now. This is Kendra. Stay real.
I could have.
Kendra was at the party. Mikey, was you at the party or no?
No.
Maybe you did. Okay, you went there. Kendra.
Yeah.
Kendra's got money in the fund too. Not as much as you though. Okay. Kendra, what was the first wallet that Chad said was there? How much?
It was 250 plus million.
Okay, that's one wallet.
One wallet.
Mikey, who's got money in the fund? You or your mom?
Mom.
And where'd the money come from?
Dad's retirement.
I know, but what happened?
Like when he passed?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was, dying of dementia. And then the month before he passed, we were able to use, power of attorney, roll the money over into there, and it paid the same month he passed.
So Mike's dad passed away from dementia, Alzheimer's. Then that's the money they used to put into the pool to pay off the medical bills, the debt, move his mom down, get an apartment. They rely on that income every single month. Mikey, how much is in the second wallet?
Over 300 million.
It's like 350 or something, right? Yeah. There's over $500 million in just two of the wallets, and there's 6 total. Like, the whole thing is fucking stupid. What they're accusing him of money laundering, and they're accusing him of wire fraud. So what I'm thinking what happened and what the guys are talking about is because all the money's inside the pool, and these guys can't track which account, this, that, and the other. It's probably negligence. Chris was probably a fucking idiot. He probably took money that was supposed to be used for the business, never put it back in or whatever, and bought something with it. But it's not a Ponzi. They're not even accusing him of Ponzi. It's wire fraud and money laundering. So he probably used the wrong money to buy different things. But it's still from the company's account. And that's what they're saying there. If you look at only 1 or 2 counts of it, it's not like he did this over and over again. It's 1 or 2 counts. So the attorneys are like, yeah, this is fucking stupid. But everyone's scared when you get this posted all over the freaking media. Pictures though, we have pictures and proof of the guy Mark Najim that actually is behind all this shit. He actually was photographed picking up the guy bashing Chris online, hugging, giving a little kiss on the cheek, grabbing his bags. They have pictures of that shit. No. Him and Chris didn't get along too well after the vault. Chris a little arrogant. Well, here's what I'm trying to do, though. I don't know if the government's going to take it over, then pay everybody out in a year from now, 6 months from now. I don't fucking know. I have access, a friend of mine has access to a fund. It's a regulated fund. 506C, Reg D, the liquidity pool. They can maybe do 3.5% a month. It won't be anything like not your 5. Get money into that fund for people and use the profits from there to start paying people back. So I'm trying to raise money that people actually want to partake in a regulated fund. Regulated. They can see the wallets. They can see the fucking fidelity bond. They're going to see the attestations by the CPA, by the SEC attorneys, proof of funds, proof of concept, proof of return. Everything's there. Quarterly meetings it's literally a hedge fund. Mm-hmm. So if you have some rich friends that want to make some real money on a regulated platform, I'm more than happy to get you in touch with my guy, Matt. 3.5% a month. It won't be anything like not your 5. To get money into that fund for people and use the profits from there to start paying people back. So I'm trying to raise money that people actually want to partake in a regulated fund. Regulated. They can see the wallets. They can see the fucking fidelity bond. They're going to see the attestations by the CPA, by the SEC attorneys, proof of funds, proof of concept, proof of return. Everything's there. Quarterly meetings it's literally a hedge fund. If you have some rich friends that want to make some real money on a regulated platform, I'm more than happy to get you in touch with my guy, Matt, and we can start helping these people get their funds out. Now, we can also make an arrangement if they want to help out and start helping other people get their funds out. Do shit, though. But I know there's a victim list. I don't know what that does. I talked to my attorney tonight. He's like, wait a little bit. Let me see what's going on. Because I know there's a specific link for that. I saw it on the web. Is that going to do anything? Because you're just going to be a fucking number on a claim, but it's best to have an attorney fucking do it. So I want my attorney to see what's going on. So let me get some clarity on that, what our best direction is. Remember, and Raul, I got over $7 million in there with the family. My brother's money, Moody's money, my dad's money. So understand, if I fucking knew anything, I would pull that shit out. It's a shit show, but here's what I'm working on. Okay? I have no control over Goliath. I've made no decisions, no knowledge, nada. But all I can do is try to help those that really fucking need it. Because I know a lot of people need those funds. You know, what's the process of getting the funds out? Is Chris going to be given a slap in the wrist? Is this going to be disproven? Is this a bunch of bullshit? Are they fucking really trying to put him in a corner? Like, what's really going on? So we need to get some answers, not just the accusations. Yeah, I'm going to speak with the attorneys tomorrow. I'll get some updates from them. I will let everybody know. But right now, everyone can take a deep breath. Again, wallets are there. Chad looked at them literally 20 minutes ago, half an hour now. And we're just waiting to get some answers as far as what's going on with the case. But if you look at what I sent you in that link, there's a lot of holes in the affidavit. Things just don't make sense. All right.
Hey, brother, I want to get you on the phone with my buddy Tomo, who has been with Goliath, but he's also 12 years retired, law enforcement, did a lot of federal stuff, knows the ins and outs of this, and a lot of experience. I had him talk to Christian last night. He has a much better idea, feels much better about the situation. Media's blowing the shit up, but I want you to hear it from them that have experience in this to give you a little bit more of a peace of mind of what's really going on, and we can find a solution to everything. So give me a little bit, just obviously every phone call I'm making is 20, 30 minutes. I'm only talking to 1 to 2 people an hour. I'm just trying to get to everybody. So didn't forget you. Thank you for your patience and understanding with what's going on. I'm just working to figure out a solution to everything. Hey, bud, I'm at my office for a couple hours, so sit tight. I'll reach out. Give me about 3 hours. I want you to meet Tomo. Again, like I said, he's got experience in these matters. It'll make a lot more sense. Everything's gonna work out fine, buddy. Hey, bud. We can hop on a call later. I want you to talk to my guy Tomo. Tomo's got 12 years in law enforcement, work with federal agencies, and I just got off the phone with 2 of my FBI buddies, and one of their friends is also a big U.S. Marshal. I think he's like ranked number 3 in the country. All they're saying is it's a bunch of bullshit. Very weak charges. They probably got him on being lazy, moving some money he shouldn't have, but other than that, no one sees it as a Ponzi or anything like that. As far as where the money is, there's guys that have actually eyes on the wallets, and they have their money in there, so they're seeing the wallets. I can go over that with you later, but Tomo's probably one of the best people as far as credibility and understanding how this stuff works on processes and how soon we'll get everything returned and all squared away. So sorry, it's just been hectic trying to answer everyone's calls and trying to get back to everybody. You can imagine the phone has been nonstop, but more than happy to hop on a call later if you guys are around. So Tomo comes from 12 years of law enforcement. His really good friend's also a U.S. Marshal. They both looked at the case. They said this is weak, a lot of BS. Plus, my 2 other FBI buddies looked at it and said the same thing. Tomo has people that actually have eyes on the fund. He sees the wallets. Like, that's what I'm trying to say. So he'll give you a better clarification, understanding about everything, and it'll make more sense. Just don't let the media scare you. But let's talk tonight. It'll be midday for you, and then we'll come up with a game plan. Listen, my buddy Wayne, who works for the FBI, he was just at the house laughing at this shit. Please stop believing all these fucking articles, because I just spoke with compliance. They actually have a copy of the actual signed copy of the fidelity bond that was in place. Alston Bird has their opinion letter, which is the SEC attorneys that reviewed and approved everything. So there's stuff that these guys aren't showing. So we can hop on a call later. Tomo's available tonight, by the way. I spoke with him earlier. So if you want to hop on a call later, we can. So stop reading all these articles. You're scaring yourself. Yeah, I'm in the middle of that. That's either getting 100% dismissed or I'm going to be countersuing, because everything they're trying to state, we actually have documentation and proof. So I'm not worried about that. Yes, I'm aware of that. They are so full of shit. I can't disclose it because it's an active lawsuit. But if they don't dismiss, they're the ones going down. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Hey, brother, honestly, I'm just fucking drained of phone calls, man. I'm turning my fucking phone off. I have no answers, no fucking clue. Here's what I know. That the SEC attorneys from Alston and Bird approved everything. And there's emails and documentations. That flow chart and affidavit, that's SEC approved. We have a copy of the actual fidelity bond that was in place by Realm Insurance. We have the signature of the actual policy. Matt Burks even spoke with the agent and said, you never show this to people because they know how much they can sue you for. That's why it was never shown. We have a copy of that. And now you can't show it to anybody because of the lawsuit. There was too many eyes on the wallets, bro. They still see the wallets. People looked at everything. They saw Chris log in. I mean, you saw Chris log in front of Raul to the wallets and confirm it with EtherScan. Bro, you saw it with your own two eyes. Twice! He did it in front of Danny, and then he did it in front of Raul. You've seen it. Those are the wallets. And then I also learned today that you can't actually send Coinbase a centralized to Uniswap DeFi. You have to go to cold storage and then send it. There's a lot of things about crypto that we don't know, and I know that I don't know. So it's like interesting shit. I don't think this is to be a Ponzi, bro. I think Chris fucked up and he didn't disclose things. So he used his business money for personal, and that's a no-no in the SEC's eyes. That's a no-no, and that's what they're trying to get him for. But that's why, dude, one count of wire fraud and one count of money laundering because he bought two houses. He's got fucking 20 cars, 50 watches, but all they got him on those two fucking things. It doesn't make sense, bro. And the company's paid out so much money every single month. It paid so much more out than it brought in. It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. Why would he hire Joel Glick to do forensic consulting services, which are audits on steroids, in September? That was confirmed in November when all the shit was going down that he was hired and retained. Joel never finished the job. That's why they deposited, because Chris knew that he was being investigated, didn't fucking tell us, knew the wallets were locked by the IRS, didn't fucking tell us. So yeah, Chris fucking lied to us. And dude, this fucking guy was at Tampa Gasparillo. Then the next week or two, he was at Mardi Gras. This guy's at the fucking Mardi Gras in New Orleans. Raul calls me. He's like, yeah, what is Chris doing in New Orleans? What are you talking about? Yeah, he's at Mardi Gras. He wants me to come meet him. He fucking called Raul to meet him at Mardi Gras. The guy flies back Monday night, spends the night with his kids, drives his Rolls Royce to the fucking Federal Building Tuesday morning at 9 o'clock, drives his ass home in the same Rolls Royce. There was no handcuffs. There's no cops at his door. There was no raid. Dude, this was all orchestrated, this fucking thing. So when you ask me, why do I think there's a deal cut? What do you think that looked like to me? Chris knew this was going down. And then we get fucking this situation with all these calls and back and forth. So yeah, that's what makes me think that. As far as the time frame for money back, I have no idea. But every expert I talk to, my buddy Tomo, all my FBI buddies, his buddy, the U.S. Marshal guys, like, it's going to take a couple months. What do you expect? The investigation's ongoing. They start the receivership. They're going to go through the list. They have the KYCs. They have everything. So that's why I think, again, that's my common sense and from the experts that are telling me, and that's what I know. So I'm taking a deep breath, but I just can't talk on the phone anymore, saying the same thing over and over again. It's just fucking too much. Guys, at the end of the day, the more we try to guess and wonder, we're going to drive ourselves fucking nuts. So right now, it's in the hands of who knows what. I've learned that you can't even send fucking Coinbase to Uniswap because it's centralized the DeFi. You have to go to different wallets. It's like there's so many things that we don't understand or know. So I'm learning stuff, but I'm not getting freaked out. The more I'm seeing, it's just like one count. Like, give me a fucking break. This looks like a personal attack. I mean, Raul, Chris Delgado fucking called you to say, come meet me in New Orleans to party in Mardi Gras. And he knew that he was going in to see them on Tuesday. Like, he's that confident, like, doesn't make sense, bro. And then he drove his freaking Rolls Royce to them and then drove home. He was never even in handcuffs. Yeah, but no, Tomo doesn't have access, but Nick Petrillo, who's the former COO, who can't stand fucking Chris, he's got over 20 million plus, almost 25 plus, in there, and he has intimate access. He can view all 6 wallets. In all 6 wallets, he sees for himself have over $1 billion. And then a guy named Chad has access to 4 wallets. He actually works with the family offices. He can see all of them, again, view only, and just 4 of the wallets have over 800 million. And that's what I was saying. One wallet has 250, one has 3, so all 4 add up to about 800 million. So these guys have no reason to make that up. It's their freaking money in the fund. So yes, they have the active address, and they see the money moving. It's up and down, up and down. So the active wallet's moving. And Chad also verified that at least one of those wallets was what's been used to pay out his people. So he knows it's a Goliath wallet. So I'm having a more of a relaxed day, because as long as I hear that from them, I get it. But if the fucking IRS is controlling it, fine. IRS is controlling it. We're getting confirmation that there's eyes on the wallet. The compliance guys are even saying there's more money been paid out than ever brought in, and they can't prove a Ponzi is conspiracy to defraud or scheme to defraud. He's not being charged with that. He's being charged with 1 count of money laundering and 1 count of wire fraud. That's what the affidavit said. One guy at the bottom of the complaint says he put in 15 million and he took out 17.6 million. How do you make money on a Ponzi? And you're complaining about that? Makes zero sense. The math doesn't math. There's been too much money paid out than ever brought in, plus the money in it. It's a bunch of shit. Again, Tomo, coming from the federal world, from the legal world, the law world, he'll explain it much better than I can. So just want to take what I just told you and take a deep breath today, get some work done. I already talked to Tomo. He's doing the same thing I'm doing, making calls. But he's still working. He's got some things going on. But he'll be free around 7 o'clock tonight. So that's what, 4 o'clock your time. So I'll get him on the call around that time, as long as he's free. So just be ready to hop on a call. Hey, bud, check your spam. I'll see what was sent. Because remember, I don't have access to that email anymore. But I can see what my assistant may have. But let me know what you need, because I also have a different spreadsheet that can help with that, but it won't be a statement. And again, those statements are the ones they're trying to disprove, because again, that was also manual updates. But the more and more I'm seeing this shit, I'm thinking this is a personal attack. Chris is very confident. He paid everybody from 2023 every single month, no matter what, good times, bad times, even Black Swan events. And then this all started in November. The guy freaking hired Joe Blick to do a forensic consultation. That was confirmed in November. You don't hire someone like that to audit your books. Like if you're pulling some kind of shady shit. I think after all the stuff he purchased, of all that is going on, they got him on 1 count. It just doesn't add up. So I think he's going to get past this. He's probably going to pay some fines and whatnot if they get him on that charge. And then, yeah, the fund will be done. But it's just a matter of when will the funds be returned to the partners.